Welcome to Common Man Cocktails. I'm your host, Derek Schomer. Today we're going to do the Caramel Candy Apple Martini. It's a big long name, but you know what? It's going to be awesome. Now what we're going to need is a cocktail glass. This one's cool. It's got some pretty shapes on it. It's a little big, but that's cool because that means we can fit more caramel candy apple martini in there. We're also going to do something that requires a little triple sec. We're going to use a little butterscotch. This is called Butterscotch Burst. This stuff's awesome. I highly recommend it, even if it's just drinking it straight. And a tiny little bottle of apple pucker. If you're big into apple pucker, you can get a larger bottle. This is probably the smallest they make. I think it's like 375 milliliter. But it's just what we need for this recipe. So let's get started. We're going to need a shaker. That's shaker. Already got ice. And it's swelling. Filled up to about here. We're going to do 1.5 ounces of sour apple pucker, 1.5 ounces of butterscotch schnapps, and just 1/2 ounce of the triple sec, just to give it a little orange flavoring, but not too much. Nothing too potent here. So let's start our measurements. We'll go with the butterscotch first, because it's just awesome. So 1.5. 1/2. Butterscotch. 1.5. Ooh. It's very Granny Smith-like. Granny Smith covered in sugar. Half. And just a little flavor will do. 1/2 ounce. Boom. All right. Let's shake it up. That should do. When your hands start to stick, you know you're ready to go. All right. Now, for the awesomeness that is caramel candy apple martini, put this in a frozen cocktail / martini glass. Since there is no ice, freezing it will just make it taste awesomer. If that's a word. If not, you've seen it here first. Check it out. Kind of a faded green. Probably mainly because of the shaking. But it looks cool, it looks stylish. Now what you could do, you want to really impress people, get yourself a Granny Smith apple, or any apple really, cut it into like a full circle, cut that in half, cut a little slice, stick it on here. You have like a little wheel of apple on here for your guests to dip in there and absorb the awesomeness. There you go. Let's smell this thing. Smells like a little hint of caramel, a little butterscotch, big sweet, just candy apple bomb. This is some awesome stuff. It's hard to explain. Picture awesome and kick it up a notch. It's got it coats your tongue in butterscotch, like a Werther's Original just rolling around in there. The apple is sweet, but it's not too sweet. It's not like sweet, sickening sweet. It's sweet like chocolate, like a milk chocolate, but with caramel. Very, very small hint of the triple sec. You can't really smell it. But I think it helps balance it out a little. Give it a little more depth, because you've got a lot of sweetness going on here. And the butterscotch, tell you right now, it's overwhelming. But so is the sour apple pucker, which is overwhelming. So together they overwhelm together. Very great cocktail. If you're looking for cocktails that are sweet, something for an after dinner drink, I can't recommend that enough. Check that out. It's awesome. It's starting to clear up a little. I could drink these all night. I also wanted to give it a shout out to Gary Vaynerchuk at Wine Library TV. He gave mad props to my daughter, who did an outro for Wine Library TV outro. It was pretty cool. I'll link that up at the bottom. If you go to everydaydrinkers.tv, I'll show you that. You gotta watch it. It's my daughter. She's just cute. What else we got? iTunes. Check us out in iTunes. You can search for us, Everyday Drinkers, Common Man Cocktails. We got 2 shows. Do I get anything else? No, I think that's about it. Let's just try this one more time. The caramel apple martini. If you drink too many of them, you can't say it. Dude, that's awesome. All right, I'm Derek Schomer. We're teaching you how to drink.